everybody. Welcome to another show. Welcome back, buddy.
Nice to be here again, Gary, as usual.
We're cracking right back on it now, man.
Yes.
Every week.
Into what? Week 5?
Week 5, right on.
Right.
On. What? Good. I know we're getting lots of comments. People are here and there when I'm out and about saying they're enjoying the show again. Glad to see them back, and we are too. Lots of mail as well, so appreciate that.
Yeah.
As I said last week, Rob is coming by to talk about another fly, so we're looking forward to that. And I know most of the viewers, all of the viewers actually, I say most of them remember Rob from several years ago. Rob said it was a couple of years since you've been on. I don't know if it was that long.
Yeah, well, you had Willis for a couple of years.
Yeah,
I was here last year.
Yeah,
and you know, it's always interesting to watch Rob because he's innovative.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you'll see again, well, of course, we've seen last week's fly, and you'll see again what he's going at again this week. Looking forward to that. We also got all of our regular features that are on the go. Our Reddington Tip of the Week, our locker room snapshot contest, and our Canadian Tire Ask the Expert. So all these things are going to happen as well.
That's right.
They're getting very popular. Each and every one of these things are getting pretty popular. So
starting to really like this Ask the Experts, Gary, because
learning stuff.
Learning stuff all the time.
Yep. So we got some new questions for that as well, and we still encourage you to send us in some. So right now, as I said, Rob is going to be tying up a fly. So sit back, relax. You folks sit back, relax, and enjoy this section. Alrighty, folks, just as I promised, we're joined again by Rod. Welcome back, old buddy.
How you doing?
Good, buddy, good. I'll tell you that. Week number 2, and you got another fly that you're going to be doing for us.
Yep.
This is a big one, I'll tell you that. What are we looking at, Rob, old buddy?
That's my little version of golden stonefly.
Golden stonefly, yes, boy. It's certainly a good-looking fly, that's for sure.
Now, the golden stone is usually fished in the western United States for trout.
Yeah.
And but I've seen, some of those insects up on our salmon streams.
Yeah.
So this is why I did the fly.
Have you tried this one?
No, this is something I came up with about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Right on. Looking good.
So I'm looking forward to using it.
Oh, definitely.
I think it'll be good because it's a low floater, right?
Yep. Certainly looking forward to trying. Okay, I think what we'll do is run through the material list on this one so that you can gather them, and they are as follows. The hook is a number 4 Talon ST-163 streamer. Thread is black 6/0 Gudabard. Tail is white calf body hair. The body, 3 sections of natural gray deer body hair, tied in as hackles, with the middle sections bisecting golden yellow yarn. You'll see what I mean there in a few minutes. And the head is spun and clipped deer hair. Okay, so as we said, those are 3 kind of sections on that one. So. Yep. Okay, buddy, what do you say? Get at it. I don't know if it's going to take as long as it looks. It might, but
well, you never know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's kind of certainly a large hook, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now, well, it's not large. If you look at some of the bombers that have been used for Atlantic salmon.
Oh yeah,
right.
That's true enough. True enough.
Now, like I say, they use this down in the States for those big brown trouts and trout and rainbow in western United States. Yep. But I'll tell you, I see no reason why it wouldn't take salmon up here.
No, I don't either.
Or trout.
Oh, certainly, or trout.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I'll come back about halfway between the point and the barb. And I'll come up a little forward again, because I'm going to put in my tail material. And I'm using calf body here.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason being is because it'll stack up nice and straight. And although I got it listed as a tail material, it's probably going to simulate the wing more so than anything else.
Okay.
See, a stonefly's wing lays flat over its body.
Yep.
And as you can see, I have no traditional wing on that fly. So we'll see what happens.
I think most people are used to seeing some of the stoneflies and caddisflies and that around. Probably not sure sometimes what they're looking at, but certainly if you spend any time on the river at all, you generally see some of that.
Well, you can educate yourself. Grab a couple of books and whatever and read up.
Or drop by the New Flanders Sectarian.
Exactly. You got a few up there?
Oh, look up. Sure we do.
I must drop. I haven't up yet,
No, Rob, you got to get up there.
I know. Yeah. I'll tell you.
We're having a good time up there. We had a good crowd. We had 26,000 people drop by now.
Yeah, that's not bad for the first year.
Good, going well.
I've driven past a couple of times on my way up the coast or whatever.
That's no good, Rob.
I know. Yeah, you got to stop in. Now, we're going to bring that back. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm going to have the tail resting just outside the bend. It could even go full length outside the bend, I'd say. Okay, now here is the key. This fly here, I think, is getting this evened up and spun around, because you can't do it in one bunch. Now what I'll do chop
I
that.
see now why you tied on a little garbage bag. You didn't want that going everywhere.
Oh man, yeah,
Be a state.
yeah. Actually, this is really what I'm using this stuff as a hackle.
Yeah,
right?
sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm laying it on top. I've gone about halfway down to the end of the tail material. I'll go 1, 2, and I'll just chop that a little bit right here. Okay, now I'll take it another section.
Yeah. It's nice color too. So.
Oh yeah, I find that color excellent on dry flies. Yellow, golden yellow, light orange. Okay, that looks good. I'll take that there. I'll just clip that. Now, I did 2 turns. I'm going to take 1 turn off by turning the voice away from me. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's looking pretty good. Now, next thing is this golden yellow yarn.
Nothing like a good yarn.
Yes, sir. What?
Nothing like a good yarn.
And I'll split that with the, that's about 5 or 6 plies, so I'll split that with the dobbing needle. And 2 will suffice, I think. And I'll bury the butts and tie in the yarn at the same time.
That's good color too, in terms of mixing in with that. You need the bright colors, eh?
Yeah.
I know, some of the fluorescent colors, but
Oh yes, I'll tell you, I know fluorescent green would be nice with this.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And orange, eh?
Yeah, you can any of the colors you can mix
Yeah.
it up there, I guess.
And actually, I'm looking at doing an orange bug, or orange hackle bug, just using dyed deer hair, dyed.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But it had to be the natural stuff, dyed orange, right?
yeah.
Not
sure.
the white dyed orange, but the natural brown, right?
Yeah.
That's another project.
You still dyeing some of this stuff?
Oh yeah.
Still ruining the Mrs. Pots and pans and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah. Well, she got back at me though.
Yeah?
She was doing a project for one of the kids, and they had to build an Indian village or something. And
Yeah.
so for the clay, they went and mixed up some flour and water and used my fly tying dye without me knowing it. Up
There
she
you
went.
go, buddy.
sir.
Oh, she went. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets back at me now.
That's it, buddy. You're using up her pots and pans.
Oh yeah.
Had her comb here last week.
Yeah. Now I could use polypropylene on this as well, right?
Yeah.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. Then I'll clip that out. Now we'll put another section of deer hair in there.
Yeah.
Now I think what we should do is go just a little longer in each section, just to give it a nice taper, right?
Yeah, give tape. Where did you, maybe you already told me, where you get this pattern? This is fairly new to you, you said? Or?
No, I've tied golden stonefly imitations before using, the standard recipes and whatever, but I just wanted to come up with something a little different.
Yeah, okay.
That's the fun for me, devising flies and different patterns. Not only different patterns, but different styles and whatever, right?
Yeah, no, there it is.
Now we'll go 1, 2, and there's not a lot of pressure on there. Turn it over. I'm going to go a little heavier on the deer hair as I proceed to.
Yeah, okay, for each section.
Yeah, a little heavier.
Coming together.
Now I'll give it a little bit more pressure to get it the flare touch, look. I'm going to trim these butts down a little touch. Not all the way, not really, really close, but because if I go too close, I'll make too skinny a section. I want it to be fairly thick, a thick body.
Yeah, I get that. Give that one a whirl. Rob, I noticed, I remember last week, now you might have done it this week too, but you pinched your barb in the...
Yeah, no, I didn't do it on this one here. Yeah,
Okay,
I always fish barbless now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's safe to say that the vast majority of people out there fishing have discovered that you can fish barbless and things are okay.
Doesn't make a difference.
No, I mean, I got to be honest with you, man. That's barbless jumping, that are regulation, that are, you know.
Well, I had to be convinced. as well, you know.
Yeah, and I certainly did. I said, you know, but I really got to be honest with you. I got to say, I didn't notice.
No.
I didn't notice. I last fished with them, I last without them. You know.
Yeah, that's
No, seriously, you know, it's yeah. And we've had mail come in here, different people saying the same thing, and I think most people discovered it's not a big deal, that's for sure.
Well, I landed a 30-pounder in 16 minutes there a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Well, just before the season ended.
Yep.
I found no difference.
No, so pinching the barb, go for it, like you said.
Yeah.
And no matter if it's trout or what you got.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you now, that's one of the big points that I find is that, and I had to convince, I'm not just one who reads and takes it as gospel. I've got to prove it to myself, and I'm convinced, really and truly.
I think I was like most people. I thought it was a big disadvantage for me to have to do it. I really did. You know, there's people right off the bat said, look, I don't have a problem with it, and that's fine. And probably because chances are they fished a fair bit of barbless before it. And soon come to realize that not a big problem.
Okay, we got one section in on the forward end. No, you would think with the evolution of the hook that, you know, it's come, you know, this far.
Yeah.
And then you say, oh my, to take the barb off.
Yeah.
And you know, I had slack on that big fish, like you wouldn't believe at times. Yeah, I had to start the motor and pick around and whatever.
Yeah. There's no doubt the barb helps secure some fish.
Yes,
You know, we know that.
Yeah.
We're not saying that. But the point is, without it, don't mean that fish is gone. The first slack line, it doesn't mean that.
No. I mean, there's some fish you're just not going to get anyway.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to make a couple more reps because I want 1, 2, 3, just to secure everything. That's not really tight. I'm just going to trim that. And trim these just extraneous hairs here. And just tighten her up. Let her roll around. There, that's not bad. For now.
Sure. Looking good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
Get closing in on it, too.
Yeah.
Well done. There you go, folks. Look at it. Like I said, that's starting to match up the other one that I got here. Well done. Okay, we're going to get into our Redington tip of the week.
The Redington tip of the week, brought to you by Schwartz's Source for Sports.
All right, once again, our tip is coming to us from our good friend Rob. What do you got?
Okay, the use of super glues for heads on your salmon flies and your trout flies, but this particular brand of cement is called Zap-A-Gap, and as far as I know, it's the only brand out on the market that doesn't attract water. Most super glues attract water.
Okay.
Now this one here, what I do with my flies is I put the first 2 coats and on the fly, on the bare thread, and then 2 normal coats of cement, probably a clear and a black or whatever, or red or whatever the dressing calls for.
Sure, whatever the head color.
Now, when you put the hitch on, or even tying the fly on normally at times, you'll haul the, when you're undoing your leader or your knots or your hitches, whatever, you'll haul the top layers of cement off. Yeah. But those 2 bottom layers of Zap-A-Gap will not come off.
No,
that head is indestructible.
Sure.
And the other thing is that I also seat the wing using Zap-A-Gap, so the wing will not come out. And I'll show the viewers in the following show one of these days how to use that in the wing, because there's a different technique there.
Zap-A-Gap.
Zap-A-Gap. And that's available.
Easy to come by?
No, you got to go to your material supplier or your sports stores and ask for it in particular, and they'll order it for you.
Zap-A-Gap.
It's easy enough to get.
There you go. Nothing to it. Give Glenn a call.
Yep.
All right, good stuff. Okay, buddy, and I guess that's great for durability. I guess it's a big thing on that, eh?
Definitely.
Like you said, it won't tear up as well.
Like I say, here you're spending all that time to tie a fly, and especially with the hitch. Gary, you know yourself.
Yep.
I'm always
at
the thread coming off all over the place.
All the time.
Okay,
man.
now, we're almost there now, and I just got to spin on a couple of bunches of hair for the head of this fly.
Yep.
It's not a hard fly to tie.
No,
I'll show
it's,
the viewers just another way of tying in deer hair too. Look, watch, 1, 2. And I can use this bunch of hair twice. I'll just clip the tips off.
Mm-hmm. Reach that? Why not?
That's right.
What?
Now, I'm going to back up. I'm just going to take the turns a little closer this way. I'll push that back a little touch, see how it's looking. I can get another bunch in there.
Yeah. Starting to build up there now.
Yep. Mine now, Gary.
Rob, of course, while you're doing that, I mentioned, remember last week, there, like I said, it was a couple of weeks ago, we were doing a lot of work in the bush, of course, and with that, man, don't think we never had another boil up on the go in there. Oh,
Your favorite.
oh, my favorite, and a good many others, I'll tell you that, buddy. Oh,
Yeah.
ooh, what a, on a fall day out there, and when it's kind of cool, but it's sunny and it's
That's
dry.
the best time the woods is in the fall, isn't it?
Kind of a feeds do we have at all.
Yeah. Well, you can't beat it in the fall.
No. No, I'm not fussy on eating out there, but you know,
No, not at all.
don't get no hairs.
Yeah. Watch your hands.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now all we got to do now here is just to trim.
Little haircut.
Yeah. Now what I'll do here is I'll pull it back this way, and I'm going to flatten it this way. You'll see why in a second. I want a little bit more on the sides than I do on the top and the bottom.
Okay.
Turn her over.
Sure, give it that.
Flathead look. Was it the
Yeah,
mohawk?
like an
look?
ab hug. Yeah.
No, reverse mohawk.
Yeah. And what it brings it around the sides a bit, like you would see it.
A normal stonefly, normal insect, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be.
I think this is going to work out pretty good.
I think it's going to work out just fine, actually. Yeah. So you said you haven't tried that one, but you're certainly going to have a crack at it.
Yep, guaranteed.
Yeah, that works.
Actually, I tell you why I did it. Why I started doing this, because a friend who fishes steelhead out on the west coast of the States,
Right,
or actually the Babine River in British Columbia.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "Do me up some flies of skidder, overfish and whatever. Hey, you get fish to skidder or dead drift." And so this is why I came up with this, right?
Yeah.
But I certainly.
No, I don't see no
take
reason why
salmon.
that wouldn't take a fish here.
No. No, I'm going to fluff up the hackle a little touch. Just the first two. You don't want to lay that down there. You don't want to disturb that too much.
All right.
Let's see how she's looking there. I'll give it a little flick.
She's looking fine, sir.
Oh, I like that.
Absolutely beautiful fly.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, folks. Another great fly from our good buddy Rob. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
No trouble.
Again, like I said, thanks for dropping by. I know you'll be by again. We're not sure what date, but we look forward to that. And folks, like I said, Rob will be by again, tying up some more. So hope you enjoyed that, because I sure did. All right. Well done.
Pretty good.
That's a good fly. All right. Thanks again, Rob.
I get the best seat in the house for all this, Gary.
Perfect,
You know
eh?
that, don't I?
You got it pretty good. You got it pretty good.
Yes, sir.
You got it pretty good. As a matter of
Yep.
fact, like I said, you had a good look at the way Rob was different techniques. This is the first time we've seen those techniques.
Yep.
And,
Very, very nice
they're
fly,
different.
Gary.
Looking forward to trying that.
Oh.
It's a dandy, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again,
You're going to
like
get
I
him
said-
tie you up another one, are you?
No.
Oh, I was going to try this one.
Oh, we're gonna manage that. Anyway, there's two there. I guess the producer's gonna lose out.
Well, I don't know. You get a lot of control
Yeah,
here.
you do, eh?
Huh?
You could black one of us out any minute there now.
Sir. Yep.
Anyway, buddy, speaking before we get blacked out, we better carry on with our show. We're going to get into our newest feature, our Canadian Tire Ask the Expert. And again, we got some questions that we've had kicking around here. We're starting to get some coming in as well, so that's great. We'll get into some of those real soon. This one is a two-part question, okay? And basically, the first one is, how and where may I use my ATV with regards to retrieving big game? And the second part is, do I have to wear a helmet when I'm riding the ATV? So again, let's ask the expert.
Well, Gary, the question of retrieval of big game using an ATV is one we've been asked many times this hunting season. You can indeed use an ATV for retrieval of big game. The animal has to be quartered and tagged before you're allowed to use it. You're allowed a maximum of 5 trips to get your animal back out to the road or your vehicle, wherever it is. No gun or firearm is allowed on the ATV while you're retrieving your big game. And generally it's allowed to allow people to use the ATV in areas where it's normally restricted, such as on a barren or a boggy area, or maybe a little bit of wetland. And the thing is going to be reviewed after 2 years to see how it works out, if there are any major difficulties. As far as the helmet goes, yes, you are required to wear a helmet while operating an ATV. And if it's a machine that is capable of holding 2, the passenger also has to wear a helmet also.
All right, and thanks again, Chuck. Like I said, buddy, every week we learn something new, and actually now that I think about it, like everything else, hindsight is 20/20. Obviously, you can't really take your gun. If you're going to retrieve your animal, there's no need to have your gun. And
that's right.
Quite understandable. But some people mightn't think of that, and honestly, just be on the bike or whatever and go in. So I'm glad we got a chance for Chuck to make that clear for us. So thanks again for that.
Yep.
Now, Andy, we're going to get into our next thing. I guess our locker room Snapshot contest. We got a few snaps on the go to week. So
always enjoyable part, isn't it, Gary?
I tell you, people like the snaps. That word snap is catching
Snap,
on.
oh yes, everybody uses snap now, you know.
There's just snap.
Yep.
There we go. I'm going to pop these up. Catch a mud trout, saying here. Okay, it comes from Derek Parkinson of St. John's. And Derek decided to send in a few snaps. He said he won the bug jacket last year, actually, and the final show last season.
I think we're getting another bug jacket, you know.
Yeah? Oh, well, there you go. Look at that. So,
I was talking to Valerie the other day, and I think she's going to look after us.
Well, that's good. Valerie's going to send in another bug jacket, and somebody else might pick that one up. Okay, so there's a shot here. Okay, you got some trout on the go here. I'm going to pop a few of these up. I should read on the back really quick, too. 5 3/4 pounder. Oh,
nice, eh?
Big enough. Yeah, I got it. Sorry about that, folks. I hope that's turned okay there. And again, he said this was a little, the trout net was a little flying fishing trip they had on the go. Okay, into Indian Bay, by the way. And I got one more shot of him there. There you go, Annie.
Most people only dream of hooking trout like that, you know, Gary.
Nice trout. Huh? Right there. Now he's on the shoreline there with his little catch. Doing well. Derek Ferguson, St. John's. Thanks, Derek, buddy. And he said he didn't get any snaps with the bug jacket on, but he'll try to get a few next year. Sold him a lot of fly bites, he said.
Oh, I would
imagine.
I would imagine it works really well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, we got some more snaps coming up here, and buddy. Oh, yeah, I enjoyed these. I remember I glanced at these earlier. Now you talk about your pan trout, old man.
Oh.
There's pan trout, and then there's pan trout. This one comes to us from Sheila Downey, okay? And Sheila says, good to see you guys back on the air, Gary and Andy, for a new season. And family enjoys the show every week. Well, we're glad you do. Keep up the interesting information and at that. It says, these are some pictures of trout. A trout she got on Labor Day, okay, weekend at the cabin in Indian Bay. And there was a bet on. She had a bet on with her 2 boys and her husband, okay? So let me just pop that down. So, of course, the bet was for the biggest fish. You know how that goes, eh?
Yeah.
And, of course, she got her 1 pound, 15 ounce, 17-inch long trout. Look at that. And I'll guarantee you, Sheila, I'm assuming that's Sheila there. Well done. She said that she gets a full year to rub it in now.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Bragging rights are a wonderful thing, Gary.
Now, I got to say to the 2 boys and the husband, come on, boys, you're going to have to do better than that. As a matter of fact, if you fellas wants to win a hat, like Sheila just won, you're going to have to do better than that. Okay, so this week's winner for our Hooks and Hackles cap is definitely Sheila Downey.
I can see Sheila now sitting down with the cap on bragging about the show.
Oh, Sheila, you do that.
Rub it in, Sheila, rub it in.
That's a bragging cap. Well done. Good shot. A lot of fun. And again, also, Sheila, of course, your name is going to go in for this beautiful package that we got on the go. Anybody who sends in snaps or a Ask the Expert question or tip of the week or just a general comment to us, we're going to enter you for this beautiful package, okay? So you can do that by sending it to us like this. All right, and like I say every week, it's that easy to pick up this package or some of the nice prizes we get on the go.
Yes, and there's some beauties here.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, we talked about T-shirts and stuff. And by the way, this Ask the Expert, It doesn't have to be specific to a wildlife question, Andy.
No.
Like people might have, I don't know, something about the migratory birds or,
Map and compass?
Map and compass. Anything that you got a question, we'll find the expert, hopefully, somewhere along the line.
Fishing, anything. Just, anything at all to do with the outdoors.
Definitely. And like I said, I know there's questions out there often, good many a row over a good many a camp table on some of the questions.
Listen, if they want to ask a question about a scoff.
Yes.
Well, no, we'd love that.
We'd be the experts on that.
We're experts on that.
Yes,
Cooking
sir.
a
How
scoff.
long to
Yes,
keep
sir.
the turnip in the pot? Oh,
Yes,
anyway.
sir.
Yeah. But anyway, like I
when
said,
they had to blow it to your beans.
these are easy ones.
Yes,
We can
sir.
handle.
We can handle those.
But no, by all means, like I said, anything from migratory birds, we can ask. We got RCMP. We got lots of people at our disposal in terms of experts.
Without a doubt, yep.
And we'd like to do that. Okay, so anyway, next week, I'm not sure who or what's going to happen for next week's show, but be sure and join us. I know you'll be back.
Oh, yes.
You bet. You see, now
I'm
that's
enjoying
it.
these surprises.
You are in there, buddy. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, and we'd also ask you, don't forget to drop us a line, ask the expert, and all these other things, the snapshots. We want some more snaps. Any video. If you got video,
Yeah.
bring it along, okay? See you next week. See you next week, too, buddy.
I'll be here, Gary,
All
buddy.
right. Good stuff.
In Corner Brook, you're watching Cable Atlantic Cable 9, your community channel.